Hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you are doing really well today and all your loved ones are keeping safe and healthy, especially through this summer heat. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with some lip balm. So I hope you've been doing really well, my friend. I hope everything is good and that your summer has not been so brutal with the humid heat weather that I think pretty much everyone is experiencing right now. And it's not even August yet, but that's okay. I know that it's very important to keep hydrated, so I hope you drink cold water and wear a sun hat. That's always very important if you go out. So I had the fortunate experience of seeing the movie Twisters a few days ago, and I just wanted to talk about it because I really love the idea on my channel of providing my thoughts of what I thought about the movie, but without giving out spoilers or anything like that. And I have known about the original Twister movie when I was very young. If I could recall, I remember in my home we had a collection of VHS tapes in the living room, and we would have like a lot of Disney movies. I remember I saw Titanic. We had like the version where it was part 1 and part 2. And then I remember I did see the movie Twister in that collection. Now personally for me, I don't recall seeing the original movie of Twister. Maybe the beginning I have. But other than that, I don't really recall seeing the full movie. And so seeing this one was a lot of different emotions. So many mixed emotions that it made the movie worth watching. And actually, in the theaters, they do have a version where it's 4DX instead of 3D. It's 4DX, and I didn't know what that meant, but I guess I saw it on Instagram where they make you feel like you're part of the movie. So like if it's the ground shaking, the chair will move, or if there's water involved, you'll get wet with the sprinklers and stuff like that. The thunder, all that involves with hurricanes, that would be included with the 4DX. So today's palette, I am playing with the Wet n Wild, and this one is called Call Me Sunshine. So the movie was quite a delight to see. There was a lot of cute, witty moments in a very serious setting when it comes to hurricanes. And without not giving away too much detail of what happens in the movie, I could say that it is about people studying how the hurricane is forming and how strong it is with science, I guess, like with like different devices that the people had. Like, it was pretty cool. And most of all, like, it would be the characters that make the movie pretty fun to watch. But at the same time, it's very intense because that's literally what the movie is about. It's about them facing hurricanes, and if it's a really strong one, it could be very, very devastating. And so throughout the movie, there's a lot of moments where the hurricane is very strong. They have it in categories. And from those categories, they go by F1 to probably F5, but I'm not too sure. But what's kind of ironic about that is actually California experienced Hurricane Hillary last year, and we had F1, and we've never really, I have never experienced what kind of hurricane that is, and so it was not serious as what the news made it to be for F1. And so for this movie Twisters, they were faced with F4, F5. I'm not too sure, it's like around that number. And that is a very serious situation where it could involve people losing their homes, people dying, and so basically this movie is just studying the hurricane and preventing those disasters from happening when it comes. So like as the hurricane is coming, they actually try to calm it down using their methods and the technology as well. And so it's just a very intense movie when it comes to people preparing for a hurricane and the hurricane actually happening as strong as it says that it will. So I thought the characters were quite a delight in the movie. I really did enjoy the chemistry between some of the main characters. I could imply that there was kind of a little romance going, but they didn't really imply it through the movie. And I think it was like that for the first movie as well, where there was characters falling in love. But I feel like for this movie, you kind of see it, but then you kind of don't. It would really depend on the viewer who's watching if you think they have good chemistry or not. But I thought that they did, and that's what made me love watching the movie, because I really love seeing romance happening and in terms of it being innocent, because it always starts off as being good friends, and then you see something more with the person, and so like in the movie it was kind of like that, and I really love that they implied that. Most definitely. If it's actually one thing that I could note from the movie is that there was actually a breaking news journalist in the movie as well. I did not notice him at first, but after a while he had a camera when he was taking pictures of the hurricane happening, and it definitely reminded me of Civil War, and it's kind of like connecting between that concept. Like, he was the only one actually documenting the disasters happening, and except for Civil War, it was a group, but in this movie he was by himself, and he was actually like he came internationally, so I think he was from the UK. I thought he was pretty funny as well in the movie. Oh, it's just, overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was really, really good. Okay, so now I'm going to take this shade. This one looks like a duochrome. It looks really pretty. So I really recommend that you go see this movie. I think they did a really great job with the graphics and how realistic it was with the hurricane. I have to admit, some parts are a bit witty, but overall it's a really good movie with providing perspective of the reality of hurricanes, and I guess overall trying to make improvements with people being prepared for those kind of things. And I'm not sure if there's actually those methods where they show in the movie where that they could prevent the hurricane being stronger than what it is. I don't know if that's just part of the movie, because I think it might just be part of the movie, because overall when there's a hurricane, I would assume that most people go underground in a basement, and I don't think there's no one in a car that did what they did in the movie. Okay, so the last thing I want to put on is this lip gloss. Okay, my friends, so this would be my finished look. So I really enjoyed the palette. It's very pigmented, and I really love the shimmer as well. I would do my face makeup, but I have not put any sunscreen on, so I'll probably do that right after I film here, and I could try this out. I have in mind to use these together, which is like a Dollar Tree bronzer and this LA Colors highlighter. It's very dark for my skin tone, so I think that'll be really good for a shimmer bronzer. But yeah, my friend, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you liked what I thought about the movie. I really recommend you go see it. It's quite intense in some parts of the movie. It makes you feel like you're gripping on the chair tightly, and it's very intense. I would have to say that. But overall, I really liked the storyline. I really loved the characters. I thought that they did a wonderful job with everything that involved with this movie. It's a really intense, fun, witty movie, if I could kind of summarize it in those words. And yeah, you go ahead and go see it. And so yeah, I will go ahead and end the video now, and I hope that you have a good day or night, whatever time you're watching. May God bless always. Take good care, my friend. I love you, and stay cool from this heat. And I hope to see you in my next video real soon.